Okay, welcome everyone to our Zoom, and we're very excited to bring some information to all of you. MPG as a company, we launched August 1st in a pre-launch scenario, and then the end of October, we went into our full launch. We've had some tremendous growth, and one of the most exciting things about what we want to share with each of you is the product that we have has been marketed around the world, and we have a very unique situation. We have the worldwide marketing rights to this, the exclusive worldwide marketing rights. And today I have some of my great friends on here. We have Nancy Burling, who Nancy actually was involved in helping put the comp plan together, and her husband, Andrew. They're the ones that secured the worldwide marketing rights to this product. They've actually marketed it in a really major way in the past. We're going to talk about that. And as we launch this internationally, because this Zoom is really about the international marketplace, we launched originally just in the US and Canada. And now it's time to start advancing this. And then I've got my great buddy, Terry, on here. TK, thanks for joining us. Terry's built business all around the world as well, along with me. And we are fired up about some of the information we're going to bring to you. And here's what I want to just tell you. Just absorb what's happening. Understand you have a chance to be first on where we're going. Understand that this opportunity will just tiptoe right on by if you don't reach out and grab it. And we're going to talk specifically about a couple countries, but you also have to understand this is going to expand on a global scale. This is a product that has been already marketed in the past in over 200 markets around the world. So with that, I think I want to bring my buddy TK on here. So TK, it's exciting times, and it's always fun when people have a chance to be first before the masses know.
Yeah, for sure. And I appreciate when you called me back in August and were talking to me about this, I guess it was before pre-launch, I think is what it was. And it was one of those things that, I've been around the network marketing industry for now 51 years. And, I've heard about these things where people get in very early and they can, get positioned and things like that. I never had that opportunity until August when you called. And so when you did, I was like, okay, this is the first time I've had that situation. So I'm going to say yes to just get in. I had no intention of doing anything. I didn't know what I was going to do, but I got in. And I'm thankful that I did, because I started watching my back office every day. Like, is this really happening? When it clicked over 600 people, I was like, yeah, maybe this is working. And now, about 800 people on the team, but we've got thousands that have joined MPGXtreme. And that's been in 4 months. And I look back at the company, one of the companies you and I met in, Byron, and with the work that they did in the first year, where 6,000 people came in year number 1, and we're blowing those numbers out of the water already. And, ultimately millions of people joined that opportunity. And we have the same thing, the potential here for that. And so I was really, really happy when I heard about the Philippines and Mexico launching specifically in January, and the rest of the globe that wants to be launched, meaning MPG wants to launch the rest of the globe in 2023, because of the type of product that this is. The fuel, being able to reduce, save money on your fuel because you're increasing the gas mileage is a great thing in the US. Everybody wants to do that, but it's even a bigger deal outside the US, where fuel is dirtier, and there's going to be more benefit to utilizing the pill outside the US than inside the US. And the other thing I thought about specifically in the last couple of weeks is the timing with which we're going out. I believe 2023 is going to be a very tough financial year for people. We're probably looking at a global recession, and if we're not already there, and it's just going to get worse in 2023. Well, a lot of times people start looking for alternative ways to generate income when those things happen. I think we're perfectly positioned for that. So I was really glad I got in. And that's kind of what we're looking for now, is those visionaries who say, okay, yes, I see what's going to happen and what can happen here. I want to get positioned. And so we're very happy to have Nancy Burling on here, who, again, had great success in the past with this particular products. And so Nancy, we'd love for you to just kind of talk about what happened in the past, what you guys saw in the US and globally, why the timing of it came back around this year. And if you could just explain that briefly to everybody so they can understand why right now is so important.
You bet. And I have to tell you, I'm excited. I love this product that we have here at MPGXtreme. We're very familiar with this product, as you mentioned, Terry and Byron. We actually had the privilege of marketing this product over 15 plus years ago, more like 17 years, for a few years, and it took off crazy. We literally had over 300,000 distributors in over 230 countries and territories worldwide. And we did well over 300 million in sales just with this one product. Okay. And then, of course, we do have for the larger vehicles, you know, the trucker crumbs, which we've introduced, but we're now bringing out the minis. Okay. Because specific to some of the Asian markets, like the Philippines, number one vehicle is a moped or a motor scooter. And so it's a smaller engine and or smaller cars. Okay. And so these minis, this is an innovative packaging that we're excited about that we will be introducing here in January. And so we know the marketability. And here's what's interesting about fuel. Okay. The USA, as we know, we've got a lot of refinement that happens with our fuel. And our diesel, not so much. So this product works in gasoline and diesel, but internationally, you know, we have what we've called the 5-tank trial in the United States. Okay. And this packaging, what's great about this for the global market is that we literally can take this product right here and put it in whatever language we need it to here and have it very, very quickly. But what's great about this is with the minis, this packaging was designed specifically for a market like the Philippines, because one tank full, people see results. It's not like the 5-tank trial in the US market. I mean, people see immediate results very quickly with the caps just because of the quality of fuel globally is not the same as what it is in the US market. So we're very excited about it. It's very timely. Inflation, you mentioned economy. The inflation, I think we all agree, is on the rise. And this really is a solution not only to help put money back in people's pockets, because this is one product that literally by somebody using it, they're putting money back in their pocket. And I've heard people tell me that it's allowed them to be able to buy their groceries because they're saving on their fuel costs. And that's here in the United States. And so imagine as we expand this globally, the opportunity that people can create for themselves and create their own economy. And that's what MPGXtreme is all about. So we're excited about the Philippines. We're excited about Mexico. Those are outside of the US and Canada, those are the first two markets that we are launching. And we are going to other global markets as well. So we're very
Nancy, I can't believe I didn't think about this question before, but you guys had a lot of success in Asia in the past in FFI. Did you have the mini caps at that point, or were you selling just the regulars?
We were selling mostly the regular. The minis came on later. And when they rolled out the minis, they were in the blister packs like this. Gotcha. And the challenge is that, you know, this is hard to break up. Okay. Like they're hard to break out one tablet, cut out and all that, where this is easy to share. You know, somebody buys this, it's like a airtight Tic Tac container. Okay. It's a similar packaging to a trucker crumb, and you can pop one out and literally to an end user, you could retail one caplet at a time.
Wow, that's a big deal in a lot of those markets to be able to do that.
100%.
So this is a new packaging concept.
Got it.
Where this did not, I mean, not that it didn't work, but I will tell you for the consumability standpoint, this is the future.
Beautiful.
So Nancy, just we got a lot of people that are watching this, and you have people that were part of this years ago that have already heard about it, and they're starting to position and get in the system, or at least get on paper, to be ready as we open this market. And we also obviously have a lot of new people that are unaware of this. What would be your recommendation to people and why they ought to pull the trigger right now?
Well, what I would recommend is, if this is something that you're serious about, pre-positioning is critical. You know what we did here in the US market, and Byron was part of that, and Terry, you made mention, we did a pre-launch. Okay. And I'd highly recommend that. And what we did is we honored commitment of position. So as people, we started doing conference calls and Zooms. And so when we introduced this, we had thousands, a couple thousand people that onboarded with us here within the first month in pre-launch in August. And pre-launch for us meant we had product in the warehouse, we were shipping product, and we were paying commissions. And that is going to be the same case in the Philippines and Mexico. We will not pre-launch until we have product and we can pay commissions. And so we're working on a payout solution. I think it's called GPay or something like that for the Philippines. A lot of the people in that market, I know, in the Philippines specifically, you pay your bills that way. All over Asia, it's big, but I know in the Philippines that's big. And so those are some of the things and pieces that we're putting in place.
So you're also saying in the Philippines and in country, Mexico, for example, as well, we'll ship in country to the people that have it, which is a really big deal. Super important there. So you guys are lining it all up to do it the right way. I think that's what's really important here. And we're coming in the markets to not only come in and stay, but to come in and dominate those markets and give people a real opportunity to create something in this time that's coming. That's going to be let's just say the waters are probably going to get really rough for a lot of people, and there's going to be a lot of people that are really looking. And we have to understand a fuel product is not an option to not buy, and you don't have an option to not fill your vehicle up. I mean, I guess you could walk, you could ride a bike, but those are not optimal things, and it might take you a long time to get where you want to do. You get a horse. I got horses out on my ranch here. I mean, that's a possibility. But the reality is people need to buy fuel, and to have a solution where they pay less money and it's better for their vehicle. This is such a phenomenal point in time where the timing is so good. We have two forces meeting: people with wants and desires that are through the roof to create more income, and a product that they can use that costs them less money if they're using it compared if they're not using it in their fuel tank. Wow, this is going to get really, really significant. So, Nancy, any final things? Terry, any final thoughts as we wrap this up, other than what I would tell all of you is, look, if you have a chance, pull the trigger. Terry just used the example. I called Terry. Terry pulled the trigger. He didn't have any idea what he was going to do or not do. He wanted to see what was going to happen. Yep. I would tell you that is a very smart choice, to put yourself in a position to win, even if you're not ready right at the moment. So, Nancy, what would be your final comments?
Absolutely. I mean, guys, there's sense of urgency, and, we call it first mover's advantage, really. And here's the beautiful thing with this business model and with this product. This is a non-opinion product. Okay. It works. Okay. Period. End of story. You use the product, you're going to save. Okay. And obviously all individual results vary. However, when you're talking opportunity, our business will go whatever country we open, we're going to have business there because this is a global seamless business model that we're developing. But as Byron said, we're doing it right. So we're looking for the right leadership team. We're looking for the right people that'll fit in well here with the culture that we've already started to create. And we're excited. We're excited about the future. And I can tell you that we are not slowing down anytime soon.
Yeah. And on that topic, you said something that's really important, Nancy. As one of the conversations we were having, you guys were, I'm going to say, bent on things happening the right way. No, there's not going to be anybody taking leaders from other teams and doing their own thing and having offices to try to steal teams out of other teams. There's something that you guys are really committed to is honoring it's a binary compensation plan, just so you guys know, honoring that binary as it happens and ensuring that it's maintained and for the long term. And I think that's a big issue, specifically in certain countries, because we've seen some of those things that have happened in the past.
Absolutely. It's integrity is everything, you know, and I think that the Philippines specific, let's talk about that, is a doorway into the whole world. Mexico is a doorway into Latin America. And so those are two very strategic markets for us that we're very excited about.
Yeah. And the last thing I would say on the positioning, Byron and I had a conversation with a friend of ours in Europe, a leader out in Europe, and he jumped in right away because his comment was that the gas there was $7.30 a gallon. Now, I didn't even have an idea that it was that expensive. I knew it was more expensive, but it's still $7.30 a gallon. And so for them, that's a lot of savings that can happen because they're really feeling it at the pump. But here's why that's important. For those of you looking at this right now, because it's a binary, it's not just the people that come in through the Philippines through your network. It's the other leaders that are going to be coming in from all over the globe, specifically as we launch and we get energy around those different markets. You're going to be able to capitalize on that growth as well because of the spillover in the binary. So just wanted to mention that before we wrap this up, that it's a good time for a lot of different reasons. And so if you're one of those folks that see this, get back to the person that got this video to you, let them know you're ready to get positioned, and we'll get in touch with you and make that happen. So Byron, anything else?
Well, I think one thing you brought up, I need to add some clarity. We are not open in Europe yet, but this person lives in Europe, but has a social security number in the US and was able to get in the computer. There's a lot of people like that. They have dual citizenships. The leadership that you might put in, he wanted a position now because he knows we're going over there. All right. But our main focus is Mexico and the Philippines right now. Those other countries are going to come very quickly. Okay. So we need to have that mindset. But what I want to share with you is the time would be right now. And, get back with the person to put you on this information. We'll help you get plugged in and get started. We'll look forward to meeting you on a Zoom. And so we appreciate everyone being on here. God bless. Thanks for tuning in, and take care.